My name's Kenny Bird. I'm with Maranatha Motorcycle Merchandise, and today we're going to be putting on some Kuryakyn adjustable fairing air deflectors. Now, no one has done a review on these, so I wanted to see if I make one. Somebody might want to see what we're going to do. So I'm going to be showing you how to do this, and should be very easy. You need one tool and a torque wrench, and that's all you need. As you can see, the Kuryakyn sends you a well-equipped, fully stocked what you need here, and this is it's going to be very easy. The alcohol wipe is to clean off, make sure there's no grease or armor all or any other kind of wax on your bike. And what I'm going to be doing next, I'll be taking that off, and then we'll clean everything and put it all together, and that'll be it. Thank you. What you'll need is a TS25 Torx socket, and you'll take out these two screws right here on both sides. Then we'll begin the process of putting the fairing vents back on after we do that. This is the vent that came off. We'll be cleaning this area here. It says to wash it with warm water and soap. I don't have any of that, so we're going to clean it with alcohol and some glass cleaner and be sure that all the wax and grease is removed. What the directions say to do after you've removed the vents off of the Harley is to rub this red spot right here. This is an adhesive with your thumbnail for a while. That activates the adhesive. If you do that, you clean this completely with alcohol, and they supply a swab, and you clean that off for proper adhesion. It says they will not honor the warranty if you don't do that. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to pull this off. Now these screws are a little bit fiddly, so if you'll forgive me, I'll have to laid it behind me on the car. These go in on a funny angle. You have to run them in. What I like to do is run them in with my fingers first. Make sure they're not cross-threaded. Get your second screw. As you can see, I've laid things on the tank so that if we slip, we won't tear the gas tank up. So they go in on a little bit of an angle, and they're a little bit odd to get started. But what you do, you run them down, and then you tighten them just a little. And you hold this in so that it adheres. Now the spec on these screws is 12 to 15 inch-pounds, according to the factory manual. So what we're going to do, we're going to hold this for about a minute to make sure it's adhering properly. And then we'll continue on to the other side, and we'll do the other side. Harley should have put these on from the factory, as other big bike manufacturers do, but they like for you to buy everything from them after you buy their motorcycle. But that's another story. The directions say to hold it for about a minute. We're coming up on a minute now, so I think that should do it right there. Okay, let's make sure what we're thinking here. It says do not try to attempt this if it's less than 50 degrees. So you want to make sure your garage or wherever you're working is at least 50 degrees. Now we're going to go over to the other side. Another thing you'll find useful is to use a magnetic base to make sure you don't lose these screws. They're very easily lost. I'm going over here on this side. I'll get my wrenches and we'll tighten that down. Then when we get them put on, you'll see how they work. We're going to do now, here's how you work it. It says take your thumbnail and you run it over this and it activates whatever kind of glue they've got in here. It's of paramount importance because there's going to be a fair amount of pressure on these when you're going down the highway 70, 80 miles an hour or faster, depending on how fast you like to ride. I like to ride about 70, 75, 80, something like that when I'm traveling. So, and these are going to let a lot more air in on a hot day at low speed because these bikes are really hot on a hot day. And we're moving it up and down. I think we're about to get there. So what you want to be sure, everything is clean. That's of paramount importance. Everything is cleaned with alcohol, no bugs, no wax, no grease, no armor all. So what we're going to do, I'm trying to get this with our fingernail. Get the red off. And underneath is a shiny black part. And what we're going to do, put this right up here. It's a little more difficult with your left hand, especially when you're right-handed. It's a real easy job, and just about anybody ought to be able to do this that knows how to do anything on a motorcycle. And I think we'll do an update later and tell you how good they do or don't do. But that's what we're doing. Now we're going to put the bottom one in. Then we're going to hold the adhesive. And this one's a little bit more fiddly. So if I don't drop it, we'll get it right in there. It's got to go in on an odd angle. So you have to kind of fool with it till you get her to start. You want to be sure and start it by hand. Don't start it with a wrench. Because if you cross thread these nuts in your fairing, you're going to be most disappointed individual. What we're going to do, we're going to hold this in place for a minute or so. This is a 2016 FLTRU Road Glide Ultra. It's a pretty good old motorcycle. It just needs a few little things, and this is one of the things it needed. So we're going to hold this on here, let it set, then we're going to tighten it down, and then we're going to take a torque wrench. It says it takes 24 hours to set up. So I would recommend not riding your motorcycle for at least 24 hours to be sure that it's all set good. And we're going to hold her just a little bit longer to make sure she's took. Now, what we're going to do is tighten these. You've got to be very easy. 12 to 15 inch-pounds is a very, very small amount. So when I took these out, they didn't feel like they had any pressure on them at all. So we're going to put them back in very easy. We don't want to break anything. You have to remember it's all made out of plastic inside your fairing. Now what we're going to do, we're going to use our torque wrench. We're going to torque this side down first. It's had a little bit longer to set up. So here we go. Torque the bottom first. There's one. Two. Now let's go over here on this side. We're going to torque this side. 12 to 15 inch-pounds. Very small amount. What you want to do is do not break the inner fairing. One. Two. Now, what we'll do, come around to the front of the motorcycle. We'll demonstrate how these open and close. What you'll see, you just take and you bend it, it opens. There's one click. There's two clicks. I wouldn't think really you want to open any more than that. But if you're going really slow in traffic, that's when they're maxed out right there. These seem to be relatively high quality, probably pot metal. I'm not sure if it's cast aluminum or pot metal. But that's how they open and close, and like I said, we'll give you a report back in a week or two and let you know how they work. Thank you for watching this.